Also head coach at Missouri State and Albany. And you see Beth O'Boyle in her 9th season with the VCU Rams. It's her 15th career year. As O'Boyle is the 2019 A10 Coach of the Year, ranked 2nd in Rams history for career wins. There's a look at the starters. Chapman, Battles, Smith, Warren, and Nicholson for the Bulldogs as Nicholson pulls in the offensive rebound. And out inside, Nicholson gets the shot attempt, and the rebound pulled in by Griffith Wallace. As the other 4 starters on the floor, Tibiasu, Asari, Bloom, and Matoika Dita. VCU ball. An opportunity to score first. Griffith Wallace, the kick to Moita Kadita. Shot no good. And the rebound pulled in by Nicholson.
Georgia long across that front line. Lots of hands in the passing lane.
Diamond Battles misses. She had 24 points, made 5 threes yesterday for Georgia.
She'd come to that game, only made 3 on the season. Got the lid off for Diamond Battles.
After her 5 for 9 performance, Battles now shooting 32% from the floor. See Audrey Warren, 5th-year senior, transfer from Texas.
Now the zone looks like a 3-2 match. 1-2-2 spread out from sideline to sideline on the wings. Difficult to enter the ball.
Deep 3 there for Griffith Wallace and able to track down her own rebound.
As we got to go. High post area.
And Bloom called for dragging her pivot foot.
The Rams primarily a man-to-man team. Some pack line principles. Difficult to drive on. You got to knock in some threes like that to loosen up the Ram defense.
Tibiasu, look at the pass inside, and Bloom with the finish underneath. Bloom, a 3rd-year Ram, a transfer from Oklahoma for VCU. There's the kick out now. Chapman, the jumper for 2 is good. And 14 points. Here's Griffith Wallace, gets ripped away by Chapman. Chapman now penetrates the lay-in. Look at the take.
But it is long across the front. Looks like maybe a 3-2 look when you first come down. But it's bending and shaping all the time based on what the offense is doing.
Substitutions, Jordan Isaacs into the game for Georgia. Tibiasu fires the 3.
I'm surprised, but you cannot foul it. Nate Gates hustling.
There's a tipped ball. Battles comes away with the steal.
Got a turnover anyway. VCU used 13 players in that 1-point win over Seton Hall. They will go deep and try to wear you out.
Grace Hudson in the game.
Colorblind test. Throw it to the jerseys in black, although I guess those officials are wearing black
pants,
trousers.
gray shirt, yeah.
There's the spacing we talked about. You have to have excellent spacing against the pressure of Georgia. You want to make sure you have 3 release points every time, and then you have to attack when you come out of it. If you don't, they will press you every possession.
Walters out to Hudson.
The 3-ball makes up for a lot of warts in your game.
Lewis has it knocked away, and picking up the loose change is Hudson. Cashes in for 2.
That play was made by Harris getting on the floor and knocking that ball loose, keeping it alive.
And an offensive foul inside now. Some big shoving and a little melee breaking out here on the floor as Jordan Isaacs.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Zoisha Smith, number 0.
Take that one back.
They said she left the scores table, the check-in area.
Smith is being ejected. And
then Brittany Smith, 24.
Yes.
And Amaya Evans. As Brittany Smith and Amaya Evans left the bench, Is that how
yes,
I
correct.
understand it?
And along with Isaacs, who's involved in the scrum.
So Sarah Tibiasu's at the free throw line, missed her first.
She's going to shoot 8.
8 free throws, gets 1 of 2. See the left side of your screen. Coach Abe, just nothing she can do.
And your players know it.
Got 3 more free throws to go. And so now Grace Hudson will step up to shoot 2.
So Georgia's short.
Georgia's down
4.
a big piece.
Alisha Smith just left just now. She was on the bench and just now told you have to leave the court. So if I look over that Georgia bench, I'm seeing 5 on the court, and I'm seeing 3 players for Georgia. Looks like they have 8 in their rotation now.
And then Tibiasu with a basket. That's 9 points right there coming on the free throws and the basket.
High-low dump down.
Also seeing Brittany Smith was still on the bench, so now she's being asked to leave as well. There should be no Evans, no Brittany Smith, no Zoisha Smith or Isaacs on the bench.
Had a lot of success early against this defense of Georgia. They were able to spread it out. The Rams don't quite have the same shooting ability that Wisconsin had. The Rams with more depth.
Here comes Warren, fires the 3, knocks it in. Chapman ahead to Warren. It's blocked and coming away from underneath is Hudson. Final seconds of the first quarter. There's Sarah Tibiasu. 7 points early for VCU. Looking for an assist. Hudson delivers. Found Georgia will keep it on this end. And here's the takeaway. Tibiasu on the run down to the rim. And Tibiasu
kept looking up to see if she's going to have an angle to get all the way to the basket. Had to change her shot just a bit. Able to kiss it off the window. Up 10 now. The Rams.
Bates hands it off to Battles. Back to Bates, and Bates.
Inventors of the back line. But you've got to reverse the ball and drive it after it's reversed and the defense gets distorted. You can't play one side against the pack line.
Jumper on the way from Warren, falls.
For the Georgia Bulldogs. Nichols is going to have to play with 2 fouls. And we've got 4:40 left.
Here's Tibiasu. Gets by Lewis. Jumper is good for the Rams.
Lewis too aggressive in the closeout. Sarah Tibiasu. Shot fake and a blow-by.
Now with 16 points for Tibiasu.
He had 7 on those technicals. Or, excuse me, 5 of 6. Coach Abe. Good play.
Battles inside in the end. Harris goes inside to Bloom. Bloom loses the handle of it as Lewis tips it up to Chapman. Ahead to Lewis, the easy 2.
Lewis, you can hear all the chatter from the zone. Back line of the zone.
Warren just about came up with that rebound, but VCU gets another opportunity. Tibiasu left wide open in the corner. 19 for Sarah Tibiasu.
That is a great concept to attack zones. You replace where a player vacates, especially against matchups. And that's what she did on that play.
Oh, Chapman, a nice feed to Nicholson.
Don't be surprised to see Nicholson carry this team offensively along with Tibiasu. Nicholson, an older, experienced player.
Bloom goes inside. Clock here for the Bulldogs. Warren to Lewis for three. Nicholson, the strong offensive rebound, and throws it up top. Now here comes Warren. Nice dump off Bates for two. The Georgia Tech game is out this tournament. We heard Kari Nyblack not quite ready to return. There's Warren.
The easy layup on the weak side block.
13 VCU turnovers in the first half. There's another one early here in the third quarter. Warren, the shot fake, and wide open.
Let's see if the Rams can get an easy basket.
Baseline out of bounds plays. I like your nickname for that, the Blobs.
Well, you know, if you're in charge of the Blobs on offense, whoa, there it is. Side OBs and the OB. There's, thought that was going in from Lewis.
Looked good coming out of Lewis's hand. Tibiasu kicks to the corner. Hudson sets her feet and buries it.
Come off for the Rams. Extra energy on the defensive end. Once that ball goes to the net, it's amazing how it gives you more energy at the other end. The answer, though, Pena went through. Good floater. Misfire.
Missed it left. Fighting for the rebound inside is Bates.
20 minutes here in the second half. Otherwise, you're going to have to move down Warren to a post spot. There's the high post.
Barham feeds it. Gets it inside to Walters.
It's going to be the small lineup you're going to see moving down 31 Warren for the Bulldogs. Going to have to play the front line.
Lewis over to Battles. Was open for a moment on that wing. Lewis will eye the three, knock it in. She had some big threes yesterday. Pass ahead to Chapman. Chapman goes right by Bloom. The offensive rebound putback is good. Georgia maintaining the lead. They're up 7 over VCU.
Parham with a good look at the elbow. Got to knock that down for the Rams. And for the Bulldogs, keep your eye on 35, Javyn Nicholson. She's playing with 3 fouls.
Whoa. Lewis knocks in. There's a kick over to the corner. Offensive rebound. The second putback is good for Nicholson. A little bit of length.
And recover. The recoveries to the ball is what I've been excited about. Great balance. You better pick her up.
Oh, Lewis is good. She has 14 points. And the Bulldogs with a 14-point lead.
Lewis got that logo. She knew she was going to shoot it as no one came up to match her. A crossover rhythm drill. Oh, nice feed by
13. Just one away from her career high of 14 rebounds.
Rams have to create something with their defense because they cannot score enough points against that loaded Georgia defense with 4:30 left. We don't have enough time. The hang, the hit.
Bates. 4 technical fouls out of a melee in the first half.
They've turned the ball over 23 times. Hard to win with that many turnovers. Whoa!
Bloom back onto the floor for VCU as Akamolafe checks back out after just a short run here in the fourth. Bates sets the screen. Warren goes back to Bates. The finish, yes.
Bates has played well. I don't think she went out in the second half. Logged 40 minutes.
Masari feeds it inside. Parham out to Harris from a program record 20-point deficit to get the win against Wisconsin yesterday, and today finishing the game with 5 players by the end of it after 5 ejections and 1 foul out.
And a team that's receiving votes for the top 25. Impressive win yesterday with Wisconsin. Impressive win today over a very determined VCU Rams team.
And there is the final.